What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project, the next new Ford from the Ford Remastered DLC. This is the Ford Mustang Mach 1 with a Cobra Jet engine, and it looks absolutely incredible. Let's have a look at what this is. It is the 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Standard Edition. There is only the one edition available. We got it from the auction house. It's in bad condition. We've definitely seen worse before, but it's in pretty bad condition nonetheless. And I said it does have the Cobra Jet 429 engine in there with 370 factory horsepower. We're going to be increasing that with performance parts, as well as trying to make that engine look as awesome as we can by painting it today. You can swap in a different brand new engine for this one. You can swap in the small block 302 engine, but we're not doing that today. Definitely keeping with the Cobra Jet 429. This engine here is the only one that doesn't come pre-installed in a specific car. It just comes loose separately, so you have to add it in or change it if you want to play with it. We are going to get around to eventually doing the small block 302 engine in something. I'm just not sure what yet. Did I get a good deal on this Mach 1 Mustang? I did, but only just, but I'll take it. 22,742 is what I paid, and I could sell it for 23,960, making a tasty little profit of 1,218 before we even begin, and I'm always very happy with that. Speaking of begin, let's get stuck into this beautiful Mach 1 Mustang then. Let's get it over to the car wash. Let's get it all cleaned up and see what we got going on underneath this dust and grime. Here we are then in the car wash. Let's get it cleaned. I'm pretty sure it's white with a black livery, but we will find out in just a second when it gets cleaned. It is white with a black livery, and I did toy in my head with doing this one because it does look pretty good, but I think I've got something different in mind. So let's carry on. Let's get the interior done. Get this beast back on the lift. Get that Cobra Jet engine ripped out of there and strip everything else down. The Mach 1's up in the air. Let's get underneath and see if we've got the oil pan. I did think I could see it from back there. There is a big old blue oil pan, so let's get that all drained out. See how well this Mach 1 was looked after? Not well at all. That was filthy and not a lot of it in there, but it is from 1971, so we will give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's start ripping some of this stuff out, starting with the drive shaft. And our first rusty bolt of the day, out you come there, and we'll get these three up here nice and easy. Moving in, we'll grab the starter. Nice to see it's there. Means we don't have to add it to the shopping list. And then that big old gearbox out of there with just the one rusty bolt today. Out you come. Grab the front exhaust sections just to be on the safe side. And we'll leave it at that and see if we can pull that beast of an engine out of there. Down you go. Let's go and grab the engine crane. And let's go and rip that beast of an engine out of there. We got it? We have got everything. Definitely like that. What have we got inside the engine bay then? First things first, is anything missing? It doesn't look like it. Always happy with that. So we've got a wishy-washy reservoir. We've got the radiator C. This does have liquid in it, so you do have to drain liquids from that. Power steering reservoir and the brake servo all need the liquids drained. Cheeky little battery with our fuse box just up here. Fuel tank and fuel pump down the bottom. And that's pretty much it. So let's get all the liquids drained out of here. Right-click, additional tools, click on the drain tool, and then click and hold in whichever container. We're going to go for radiator C today, and it will drain everything out. We're going to get the rest of this all stripped out, and then when we come back, we'll be working on this Mach 1's beautiful bodywork. That's everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back in, but we need to sort out this beautiful bodywork. Let's start getting it off. Off with the fenders, off with that hood. Front bumper, is this a front end? Doesn't look like it. Out with the headlights. Out you come and out you come. Anything else down there? Just the license plate. I thought there would be more at the front end there. Never mind. Windshield, out you come. Out with that door. The left body window. Round to the back. We got a rear bumper. Is that piece it? No. Just the tail lights. Out you come. Out you come. And out with that rear license plate as well. Off with the trunk. No rear window in there. That was missing. Let's keep going around. Out with the door. Out with the body window. That looks like it might be everything, but we need to jump in and sort this interior. Just the front seat and the steering wheel for this one. So we'll sort that out a bit later on. Now, is that everything? Doesn't feel like it should be. 1% on that screen. Nothing showing up on there. So it is everything. The frame's at 35%. And I bought it for just under 23,000. What do we think? I'm going to say 750. 1,600. That implies to me that this is going to sell for quite a little bit. Let's jump in, though, and have a look at the shop. There are no body tuning parts, so there's no point going in there. Just the main bodywork shop. Ford Mustang Mach 1. And there is everything for it. Nice and easily laid out for you to grab everything to buy it. What you need for your Mach 1 Mustang. We need to get ours back together before we head over to the paint shop, so I'm going to repair what we can repair, replace what we have to replace, and then we'll get it all back together and head into the paint shop to see what we're going to do with this beautiful Mach 1 Mustang. Let's start getting this beautiful little Mach 1 all back together then, on with the repaired hood and repaired fenders on there, looking very, very nice. Right, I did have to buy new headlights and new windows, obviously, to go in this one, as per normal. So let's get them all in and manage to fix that door. In with the window, in with the mirror, in with the window, round to the back rear window. Then we've got that trunk lid, the tail lights down the back here, looking fantastic. And then that rear bumper on there as well. Let's get round, on with the door, in with the window and the mirror. And that should be everything apart from plates. So let's get some plates on. I've gone for VM plates with the Mach 1 written in the center. Looking pretty good on there. Down to the front. Let's get you in. In you go. Looking good. And then let's sort this interior out. We have got new seats. I won't bother showing you it again like I did last time. But we've got brand new Mach 1 steering wheel. Looking very nice on there. And then some beautiful Mach 1 seats. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to colour them. We will try a little bit later, as always, to see how they're going to turn out with the quality of life mod. But is that everything? Let's take a look. 95%, so I'm missing something. What am I missing? I was missing the front bumper. It looks pretty silly there without it. It should have been an easy spot, but there we go. Nice and simple. On with the front bumper now. Have we got everything? I don't want to be on that screen. 100%, 100%, 100%. Fantastic. Let's get this little beast into the paint shop and see what I'm going to do with it. Here we are then in the paint shop with the beautiful Mach 1. Looking incredible. First off, let's check out the liveries. We've got the beautiful black side stripes with the black sort of hood element. The Ram Air scoop on the hood, I guess, in the black. Looking pretty good on there with the 429 Ram Air. What else have we got? I guess that's in white. Yes, there we go. White stripes with a white hood and little bits on there as well. The next slot is this sort of, yeah, that looks quite good on black though, doesn't it? With the black and beige. I don't know. Not sure about them. Let's have a look at some of the factory colours. What have we got? Obviously, a black, a lovely gloss white, a few sort of silvers, dark green. That's quite nice. I just did a green car. We're not doing another one. Dark blue, light blue, metallic. I don't think I'm going to go with the metallic. Solid green. The solid orange is nice, but that is the base colour, so we're not going to go with that. Yellow, darker blue, very light green, but we did just do a green build. That beige, definitely not that. Then this light blue and the deep red. Maybe the deep red. What have we got with the deep red with some lovely liveries on there? Deep red and white. That actually looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Maybe that's what we're going to go for. And the white is sort of staying white. Normally on a metallic base, the white sort of changes into a bit of a silver. But it does seem to be staying there. What if we nipped it into a pearl red? Okay. That's like a candy apple red with white stripes on it. That is what we're going for. That looks beautiful. Let's get that on there. I am loving that. Looking insane. Very, very pretty. Beautiful looking car indeed. Candy apple, pearl red. Looking very nice. A lot of red in the engine bay. We've got some white we can play with. We do also have some black down here we can play with if we need to. And I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we might add a bit of bronze or a bit of gold to this one. We shall see. It depends how everything turns out a little bit later on. Definitely going to try and maybe get a bit of red on this interior. We'll see how it turns out in a little while. So let's get this one back on the lifter. Let's start getting everything painted and see how the final version turns out. That's everything painted on the beautiful pearl red Mach 1. Looking absolutely fantastic. We've changed a couple of bits. This rear bumper is no longer in a normal chrome. It's now in a force blacked chrome. I think it makes it just look a little bit different. There's not much chrome on the rest of this vehicle, so it fits in pretty well. And then we've got some beautiful red on these lovely seats in there. And then a little bit of red on that steering wheel as well. Looking absolutely fantastic. Incredibly pleased with that. Let's get it up in the air. Let's start getting some of this suspension together. Black shocks, red springs, and a black cap on there. Looking beautiful in black and red. Pleased with that. But let's get underneath and start getting some of this together. We have got some bronze in here, and it does look pretty good. The front suspension cross member is just in a black there. The front knuckle is just in a black with the steering rack in a red. And the sway bar, the first splash of that bronze, looking very good in there. Inner tie rod in a black with the outer tie rod in that pearl red, keeping it all together. The bottom and the upper suspension arms are both in that beautiful bronze. So let's get them in In you go up there, and in you go in there. Looking very, very good. It looks beautiful. Black and bronze is a good colour with a little splash of red for good measure. Looking pretty awesome on there as well. Sway bar end link just in a cheeky little black. Then we've got some bushings. In you go here. Nip around to the other side, and in you go there. Then we've got the knuckle cover in that bronze with the wheel hub just in a cheeky little black on there. Then we've got the bearing inside you go. A brake disc on you go. Hubcap in that bronze. Brake pad. And then what colour do you think the brake caliper's going to be? It's a pearl red. It's a brighter pearl red, but it's a pearl red nonetheless. No false chroming on that part today. I didn't want to press that. Still looks pretty good in there, though. I'm liking that. Let's get down the back. We've got some more to go in. The leaf spring rear drive axle in a cheeky black with the rear shock in a much darker pearl red, but that will make sense in a minute. The leaf springs are in that beautiful bronze colour. Then we've got a black plate with 2 pearl red U-bolts go over the top. That's why I darkened this so that it blended in a bit better with these 2 U-bolts on here. It was a very bright in the first instant. So let's just get the bushings in. One over this side and one over this side. In you go. Then we've got the knuckle cover, or the knuckle itself, knuckle housing, whatever, in a pearl red on there with the wheel hub in that bronze. Solid drive axle just in the black. And now these are drum brakes at the back and not discs. So we've got a brake cylinder to go in. Some lovely shoes to go on there. And then the brake drum, which I've done in that pearl red on the top. Just finishing it all off. Looking pretty good down there as well. Let's move on. Black fuel tank and then the fuel pump just in a cheeky little red. That's more of a solid red because this one doesn't go pearl or anything like that. That's it for the suspension. I'm going to crack on and get the other side all done. Move on to the few little items in that engine bay before we go and build the Cobra Jet engine. And I think today it looks fantastic. Well, that's all the suspension and a fuse box in, ready to go in black, red and bronze. Looking absolutely fantastic. Very pleased with that. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, do hit subscribe. We have reached 1,000 subscribers. So thank you all so very much for that. It happened while I was watching today's video. Well, while I was recording today's video. I wasn't watching it, I was recording it. So thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. But don't let it stop. Please continue smashing that subscribe button. Let's get in, though, and let's get this engine bay all finished off. Starting with the battery. Then we got a wishy-washy reservoir, power steering reservoir, and the brake servo. And then the last piece to go in is that radiator seat, which is in the bronze on there. Looking absolutely fantastic at the front of that engine. Fuse box is in a white, and it does sort of go with the livery on there. So it keeps it looking fresh. Looking cool. Very, very pleased with that. Let's get in and build that Cobra Jet engine, though. I've already started. We got the block in black, the oil pan in red, and I've left one engine head on. So let's just get the other engine head on and go from there. They are in the black. Looking very good on there. Let's just get it all bolted in. Lots of bolts, long ones. That's why I left the other one on already. Plus, there's lots of gubbins to go in, along with loads of spark plugs. So let's get all these spark plugs in on this side quickly, and then we'll nip around to the other side and talk about what's got to go in here. Obviously, we got 4 spark plugs on either side. We've got 8 valve push rods on either side, along with 8 rocker arms on top of them as well. So I'll crack on and get all of that in, and I'll see you in a second. There we go. That's all the innards done, ready to go. Let's move back down the front and crack on. We got a cam gear and a timing chain in here. And then we go the timing cover, which we kept in a black on the top. I did try this in red, but it wouldn't go a nice enough red at all. It looked very out of place, so we swapped it back to a cheeky little black. Fuel filter up here, which is in that pearl red. Then the ignition coil, which isn't coloured at all. It just sometimes looks weird with colour on it, so we left it. Then we've got the little arm in there, just in a cheeky little black as well. Now let's start getting some of the colour in this engine. We'll start with the oil filter. You can see it's in that bronze there, but it stays mostly black. Just the text and the rim goes in that bronze, looking fantastic. Water pumps in a bronze on there, looking very, very nice. In you go. Then we've got the crankshaft pulley, also in a cheeky bronze, with the alternator in a bronze and red on there, looking very nice. And the power steering pump also in a little bronze, looking beautiful. Pleased with the front of that. Water pump pulley just in a black, with both of the belts in a black as well. I can do them both now. And the fan. And we can get the fan on, which is a nice bronze piece right at the front there. Just finishing that off, looking very, very nice. Let's crack on. And we got the ignition distributor in the bronze, rotor not painted, and then the cap in that pearl red with Some lovely little white clips on there just for good measure. A little splash of the white just to really finish it off. Looking nice. Head covers. These are in the pearl red. They are a little bit darker, but they still look absolutely fantastic. Loving that one. Let's get the other side on. In you go there. Keep going. Get all of this bolted up. On we go. There we go. And now let's do the intake manifold, which is in the bronze. Looking absolutely beautiful. Love that centerpiece there in the bronze. Stunning work. Then we got a carburetor to go on top of that. Carburetor to go on top of that. There we go. I pressed escape instead of the 1, which I've got selected for enter. In the bronze. Looking beautiful. Then we got the air filter base also in a bronze with the inner base part in a white. Then we've got the air filter on it, and then the air filter cover also in a white on there for a splash of that. Then we've got the ignition wires. They are also in a white, and I think it looks really, really good. Let's crack on and get the exhaust manifolds in, though, which are obviously in that bronze and look absolutely stunning on there. I'm incredibly pleased with this engine. Let's get the other side on, and we'll grab some pictures, and then we'll get this beautiful engine dropped in the wonderful looking Mach 1 in just a few moments. Time to get this beautiful Cobra Jet engine dropped into our beautiful Mach 1. Let's go. I'm hoping this is going to look fantastic. Have I overdone it with the bronze? What do we think? Let's put the crane away. That looks pretty shiny on the top there. I like that. It's a bit dark on the engine heads. I did say the head cover, should I say, that it might be a little bit dark, but it still looks very good. I'm liking that with all the bronze. Let's just get a little bit of light on it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Very, very pleased with that. Torch off. Let's get it up in the air. We got the gearbox and the exhaust and the drive shaft to go in and see how good all of this looks together. In we go. Let's start with the gearbox, which we've done in the pearl red on there. Very, very nice looking. In you go. The starter in the bronze looking tasty. And then obviously all that exhaust in the bronze looks very, very good. Let's get the drive shaft in, which is just in a cheeky black. On you go there. And bolt it up into there. Nicely done. And let's get the rest of this exhaust in. Middle mufflers in the bronze. And then the rear mufflers also in that bronze. Looking absolutely fantastic. One of my favourite things to do. Walk out the back of the car. Checking out how good all of that looks. With the bronze pipes sticking out the back. Looking fantastic. Loving that. Looking absolutely beautiful. Let's get it down, though. We've got liquids to top up. We've got windows to tint. And some beautiful rims to do this. Hopefully going to be a little bit of bronze on them. It depends how they look because we are going to use the Mach 1 rims. So let's get all of that done. Get this beautiful car outside in the sun. I'll see you in a minute. Well, there she is, the beautiful Mach 1 in that pearl / candy apple red. I'm definitely calling it a bit of candy apple red on there. And bronze wheels looking absolutely fantastic. I am incredibly, incredibly pleased with how this one turned out, especially that beautiful engine in there that we just built. I love that. But let's talk about these rims. These are obviously the Mach 1 rims. The fronts here are a 17-inch rim is what I've gone for, with a 245 width and a 50 profile on there, just finishing it off. You can just about see the red brake calipers through there, but you can't really see them through the rim type that they are. Down at the back is a bigger rim. It's an 18-inch rim, 265 width and a 50 profile on there. Just finishing that one off. Slightly bigger at the back just to give it that almost forward-leaning stance just a little bit. Looking pretty awesome. Let's jump in, though, and check out this interior. Beautiful red seats and that red steering wheel on there look fantastic. And the rest of the interior in here really is a beautiful, stunning work, as always. But let's get this one started and see what that Cobra Jet engine sounds like. Oh, that hits me in the feels. I love that sound. That is beautiful. Lovely tick over. Let's give it some gas, though. Very mean sounding at the top end, but it doesn't quite beat that tick over right on the low revs. That sounds perfect. One more time. And then we'll get this beautiful car onto the dyno, see what its horsepower is and what this one's drag rating will be. Here we are then on the dyno with the Ford Mustang Mach 1 and its Ford Cobra Jet 429 engine. 370 factory horsepower. How much have we added with the performance parts today and what will this one's drag rating be? A gain of 259 horsepower, 70%, not quite as good as the other two Fords we have done recently on this channel, but still pretty good. 70% is a good number, bringing us up to 629 measured horsepower with a drag rating in the A's, but exceedingly low at A 411. I think A starts at 410, so that, yeah, very, very close there. Let's have a look at the gearbox tuning setup we've gone for. There she is, 4 gears, a 2.6 ratio, 79 kilometers an hour in first gear, up to 296 kilometers an hour in fourth gear. Will we quite make it to there? We'll get over to the drag strip and find out in a minute. Fully tuned carburetor. Obviously, there's no ECU because there is a carburetor, but it does only add 3%, just a lowly little one. So let's get onto the drag strip, see what we can do with the Ford Mustang Mach 1. Back at the drag strip with the Ford Mustang Mach 1. Let's get into it. King of the Sands, 1 mile. Starts at 4:01, not 4:10. I was close, but there we go. So 4:01, we're only 10 in to A-class, but it is what it is. Pay the 1,000 entry fee, and who have we got in here with us today? First off, let's have a look. French Toast, by the way. Happy birthday, sir. Absolutely fantastic. In the Olsen GTR AMC. Pretty good on there. Who else have we got? Multiply in the Road Warrior Ford Falcon. Mod by French Toast. And that... Oh, Jackal, I missed you in the Team Trucks Chevrolet El Camino by Truck Fan. Bit of a wild one, that one, but it was pretty fast, so we did quite enjoy it. Our first race is against the Nissan Z Gridley Edition. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but we'll give it a bash. Let's get into it and see if we can beat the Nissan Z. That Nissan Z looks absolutely beautiful. It is my favourite modern car that you can get. You just can't get it in the UK, which is a bit of a shame. I do much prefer it in the proto-spec yellow, though, but that still looks awesome nonetheless. Against our candy/pearl red Ford Mustang with some beautiful bronze accents. Let's get in, try and win our first race against the Nissan Z. Let's go. Off the line, into second. We seem to be winning at the moment. Sound is a bit weird on that one. Into third. That was a bad gear change, but never mind. Let's keep going. Let's get into our top gear. Try and win this first race. Get across that finish line with a good time. Doesn't look like the Z is near us at the moment, so let's keep pushing to get across that line. This obviously is never going to be the quickest car, being from the early 70s. Anyway, across the finish line. There we go. What have we got for our first race today? 11.265 seconds to the quarter of a mile. 28.180 to the 1 mile. Now, we did beat the Nissan Z, but it was very close. Look at the times. They got a much better launch than us as well, so they should have realistically been a little bit better. 28.180 versus 28.519. That was too close for comfort. Let's see who we got next, though, and hopefully beat that one a little easier. Jackal's still in, Multiply's still in, French Toast is still in, and we're still in. Everyone of our friends is still in. Could make it through to fight any of them. I say fight, battle any of them on the drag strip. French Toast is against the Mad Max Resto mod, his own creation there. Multiply is up against the Audi R8 2013, and Jackal is against the Nismo Z-Tune Nissan Skyline. We've got the carbon fiber DeLorean DMC-12. Let's get into it and hopefully win. That DeLorean in carbon fiber looks absolutely stunning. The black on black on black is a beautiful color combination, and it does look so nice. Not quite as nice as our red, bronze, white, and black Ford Mustang Mach 1. Hopefully we'll be able to beat that DeLorean. Let's go. Off the line. Come on, little Mustang, into second. Quite even by the looks of it there. Into third. We are pulling away ever so slightly. Definitely happy with that in the little Mach 1. Let's get into top gear and get this hammer all the way down and get across that finish line. Hopefully with a better run than our first run. We did have better gear changes, so fingers crossed it should be a little bit better. Come on, little Mustang. Let's get across the finish line and get into the next race. There we go. What have we got this time round? 11.165, 100th of a second quicker than our first run. 28.022 to the 1 mile. Much better than our first run. More than 100th of a second faster there. Same top speed of 294. And we beat the DeLorean with a little bit more ease than we had against the Nissan Z, which I'm definitely happy about. French Toast should be our next competitor as long as he made it through. So let's get back and see if it is him on his birthday. All of the friends have made it to the end. I love that. It's us versus French Toast in the semi-final and Jackal versus Multiply in the other semi-final. So we are going to be facing off against one of our friends in the final if we make it, or French Toast will be facing off against one of our friends in the final if he makes it. I kind of do hope we win. I always hope we win, but it is French Toast's birthday, so maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. At least that's going to be my excuse if we lose. Let's get into it and try and win. Looking good in the white Olsen GTR. Absolutely stunning looking car. Not quite as good as the Mercedes-Benz, but, you know, we go with it. Up against us in the Mach 1. I know it's your birthday, French Toast, but I'm definitely going to try and beat you. So let's get in. Let's go. Off the line. Into second. Come on, little Mach 1. Let's get into third gear and see who's winning. We are winning. Sorry, French Toast. I know it's your birthday, but I like to win. So we're gonna carry on with this. Let's get into top gear and then hopefully beat French Toast as we get across the finish line in the beautiful Ford Mustang Mach 1. Come on, you little pony. Let's just get across that finish line. Is this going to be better than our second run, should I say? Across the line, let's take a look. 11.239. Not quite as good as our first run, which is a bit of a shame. 28.099 to the 1 mile. Our best one is 28.022, so not far off. Still with the same at top speed of 294 kilometers an hour. Happy birthday, French Toast. Sorry we beat you and knocked you out. I hope you have a good day nonetheless. Well, French, we were very close to that final show-off we keep talking about that never ever seems to happen. But sadly, it's Multiply's time today. So it's me versus Multiply in the final. We do have a French Toast mod, though, with the Ford Falcon Road Warrior against us in the beautiful Ford Mustang Mach 1. Can we win this tournament and make it 3 in a row and 3 for 3 for the Fords? Let's get in. Let's find out. Well, it's Ford versus Ford in the final. On the Australian Ford side, we've got the Ford Falcon Road Warrior, the Mad Max car made by French Toast, absolutely stunning, versus the Ford DLC Ford Mustang Mach 1. Absolute stunner. We do love another Ford versus Ford final. We need to try and beat that Road Warrior, though, so let's get in. Let's go. Off the line for the final race of the day. Into second gear. Not the best gear change ever, but we are pulling away. Very happy with that. Into third. Hopefully we can win this and get 3 for 3 wins for the Ford DLC. And obviously 3 in a row for us as well. We're definitely very happy about that. Let's keep going. That Ford Falcon, whatever. Ford Falcon is way off in the distance. Let's get across the line. Maybe this will be a good run. I don't think so. I had a bad gear change. There we go, though, across the line. And what have we got? 11.291. Definitely not. Pretty much, definitely our slowest run of the day. That was my own fault for a bad gear change. But we did manage to win the final race and win the tournament, which I'm always happy about. 28.169 to the 1 mile. Not quite our slowest 1 mile run. Our first run was actually the slowest there. Top speed is exactly the same as 294. So let's get back. Let's go collect our winnings. 3 in a row. Will the final Ford make it 4 for 4 for the Fords? There we go. I love it. 3 out of 3 for the tournaments. 11,250. Obviously, minus our entry fee. 10,250 profit before we even get back. Definitely happy to see that. But let's get back to the garage. See if we can sell this beautiful Mach 1 for a little bit of profit. And see what we've got next. The beautiful Mach 1 all finished off. We got it down the drag strip. It was pretty good-ish. We managed to get it down the drag strip in 11.165 to the quarter of a mile, 28.022 to the 1 mile with a top speed of 294 kilometers an hour, which does put it 51st on the Speederboard out of 58 cars to do the drag strip. So definitely, unfortunately, not quite the quickest, but it does look beautiful. Absolutely love this with the red and grey interior on there. And we've got white and red on the outside with a bit of that bronze. And then some blacks in on the underside. But let's talk some facts and figures about this beautiful, beautiful Ford Mustang Mach 1. We bought the car for $22,742. And we could have sold it for a profit of $1,218. That doesn't happen very often, but we always like it when it does. But we spent another $54,161 performing upgrades, tuning and painting this beautiful car. Now you see it in front of you here today, putting our total spend at $76,903. Can we make a profit from this beautiful Mach 1? Let's take a look then. All 100% finished. Absolutely fantastic. That engine ramped up from 370 horsepower to 629 from the Ford Cobra Jet engine. Absolutely love that. Could have been a little bit higher, but we live with it. It's still awesome nonetheless. A gain of 70%. Bringing this up to 629. Absolutely fantastic. We spent 76,903 in total. Can we make some money? Yes, we can. 154,663 is our sale price. Leaves us with more money profit than what we actually spent on it. 77,760 plus our winnings from the drag strip, 10,250. Leaves us with an amazing profit of 88,010 credits from this beautiful Mach 1 Mustang. That engine in there is such a good looking engine. I'm so pleased with it. It is fantastic. But it is time to say goodbye. Off you go, Mach 1. Tasty little profit. Always happy with that. Well, what have we got next? I think you guys already know. We've seen the trailer at the beginning in a couple of times for all the videos this week. So the last car from the Ford DLC is the beautiful Ford GT40. This is what we're going to be working on next time. And in celebration of French Toast's birthday today, although I did offer to paint the Mach 1 in any colour he wanted for his birthday, he came up with a better idea and said he's going to make a livery for the GT40 in celebration of myself, a different YouTuber, a lovely French YouTuber who built this GT40 that we're going to make in the next episode as a way of saying thank you to French Toast for his birthday. That's what he wanted done, so that's what we're going to be working on. Can I get some facts and figures? I can indeed. There we go. Obviously, it's the GT40 from 1965, 285,000 kilometers on it. We got it from the bad auction house, and it's pretty terrible. Let's face it, that's what happens at the bad auction house. Did I get a good deal? I did. 19,503 is what I paid, and I could sell it for 19,684, making 181 before we even begin. And we do always like that. The engine in this one is another brand new engine. This is the V8 small block 289M, which means mid-engined. There is another version of this one, which is a front-engined version, obviously not for the GT40, but can be used in other vehicles. 335 starting a factory horsepower on that one. We will be putting performance parts all over this, trying to tune it as much as we can and see if we can get 4 for 4 wins on the drag strip for the Ford DLC. But this is for next time. Do make sure you come and join us back on Monday to see the beautiful Ford GT40. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, especially if you enjoyed today's video. Plenty more to come, and plenty more in the back catalogue as well if you want to see them. So don't forget, leave us a like, leave us a comment. Any suggestions for future builds, I'm always happy to hear them, especially now we've almost finished the Ford Remastered DLC. It is out now for everybody to enjoy, so go and grab this one yourself if you haven't already. Have a beautiful day, whatever you're getting up to, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.